Hello? Hello? Did anyone? Oh, hey Dan, how are you? How was the weekend? John, what's up? Everything good? All right. All right then, it's 4 o'clock already, 4:01, right? So let's get started. So this is the main item today is NFP. So you're gonna talk about USD first. This is the chart. I made several charts in between NFP to NFP. NFP is always like, we all know that it's the first Friday of every month. We have the NFP, right? And then usually the rest of the month is set, the direction for the rest of the month is set by this, NFP, unless we have some other news, drastically differ from the NFP, and it goes the other direction, right? That's what's have been happening here for last several I would say like couple of months now, a few months, right? So the NFP came down, and then it went up, then it started to come down, and then now again. So this is the range that you see is building here to the upside. These are the couple of numbers here, and then to the downside is like 1390. It just keep stopping the move to the downside. By the way, this is the chart that I made, the 1st of May, right? And saying that this is the key number, 1753, and we can drop from there to the downside, right? And if we drop, then we can go to 1026 or even lower. It's just a direction that if we drop and continue dropping, then this would be the next level. But then again, if it is going to the upside, I had both versions made, up and down, that bearish and bullish. So this was the one that was bearish, and it started to drop. And I thought, okay, if we continue, this could be what is happening here. It's like a triangle, and we are still good for that. It's just last Friday NFP, we have a bullish candle, but what if we can just go a little bit here more and then get stopped, right? Is it possible? Yes, definitely it's possible, and 1546 is the key number. So this is one of the scenario, and then this is the other scenario I had, is that if we can bounce and stay above this, right? Remember this chart here, the 25th May, that this 1546, if we go above this, then we can go to the upside doing this, right? So X, A, B, C, D correction, A, B, C, D correction back to 61% is right there, and 78% is there. Channel hit is there, and this is a strong number here as well. So I said maybe we have a good chance of going back this area at least, and maybe higher to 78%, right? Who knows? It all depends on the fundies. Now, in my last webinar video, like CAD, I tried to explain something which I'm going to repeat here again, that we must keep in mind few things when we are trading, right? Trading business, that simple questions. What is it? When it is going to happen, and how it's going to happen. These are the things. All these questions are for every single thing, right? We living, yeah, okay. So how are we living? What's supposed to be doing, and how are we gonna die? All of that. These questions are everywhere. So similarly, here, for example, in trading, we must keep in mind that there are two things, right? One that is fundy, and the other one is the technical. Technical is just the roadmap. For example, if I have to go from Miami to Orlando, then I do not buy only a roadmap which only showing the way to Miami to Orlando, right? There's a roadmap is the whole Florida basically, and then you find your route. That okay, this is the map of Florida. This is where all the way down here is the Key West, all the way up there is Tallahassee, and in between there is a Miami, and then there's Orlando. So if I need to take this I-95 or a turnpike for the turnpike, and what road should I take to go to Orlando from Miami? But you buy the map, which covers everything. That's the same thing here. But now map is one thing, but you are sitting in your car and your car is not moving right now, and you have the map open and then watching it. Then once you decide that, okay, I need to go here, I'll take this route, then you start the car and then driving, right? But after you decide that, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to Miami, from Miami to Orlando, you don't go to south towards Key West, right? You already decide that, okay, this is where I'm gonna go, and then when I see the sign of Orlando, and I'll take exit, and that's my destiny. Exactly the same way here, that this roadmap is the whole roadmap, that it doesn't matter that where we're supposed to be going, because we do not have that information just yet. After NFE, we know that this is the reaction of the news, right? What will happen after the weekend? A lot happened in the world over the weekend, which we sometimes don't even know. Right? We have no clue what's happening, and most of us are unaware of the news. Right? The other distractions are so much out there nowadays. Social media and all of that. That the main news channels, public hardly watch. Right? So we don't know which country is what's happening, or whatnot. So that affects the first market, right? And but this is what it is. The roadmap just tells you where to start the move and where to end the move, right? And that is also very, very important, that where to end the move, right? The target. Most of the people I see that, they open the trade, trade, very good entry, but 20, 30 pip, they close the trade. I don't know why. If you understand this, the whole game is that, every instrument, like, either forex pair or indices or gold or oil or silver or whatever, they have their own style, right? Like human being, right? Different part of the world, the people are different and they behave differently. So there's these instruments, because Euro USD, for example, the daily range is only 70, 80 pip, but that there are pairs, they can daily on a daily basis they move 150, for 140 pip a day. So if you have an entry, a good early entry in your USD, you can still, you must close the trade before you reach to, 60, 70 pip for the day, right? You can hold for the next day and then hope that it will go in the same direction. What happened the next day, who knows, right? You are positive 60 pip, the next day, boom, it dropped and goes. 60 pips are gone. The everyday price goes up, down, yeah, unless there are fund days coming in the same direction, and then that instrument create a trend going to the upside or to the downside every single day, until the news comes out in the negative, the opposite direction. Positive, 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 and all of a sudden negative. That is the retracement time, right? But then if you have an entry, good entry, early entry in pound yen or pound Aussie kind of thing, then you can easily hold that trade for 100 or over 100, 110, 120, 130 pip, right? Because the daily range tells you that this pair can easily go that much. So this is the main difference between positive trading or negative trading. Means are you negative or positive? You're losing money or you are on the positive side making money. What is the difference? The difference is the money management, right? I do not show most of the time. I do not show my negative trades, and you see that most of the trades, not most, all of them are above 50 pip. Then don't you think that I have trades that goes only 30 pip positive and then make the turn, right? Or for 35 or 40 or 45. So what happened to those trades? Why don't I show those trades, right? Why? Because when the pair moves 20, 25 pip in my direction, Then I come and sit on a break even. Now I don't want to get anything less than 50 pip. If it is less than 50 pip, I don't want it. I just, what the hell with it? I just don't want that. So I hold the trade for more than that. Now, once it's over 50 pip, then I see, or even before I do my calculation, that which pair is that and how far it can go and where is going to be the daily range. Where should I get out? If it is Euro USD, 50 pip or 55, 60 pip, I need to run from there. Take it and run, right? So I do my calculation and then I, record the chart and immediately I close the trade. At 99% time, when I record the chart, I am closing the trade as well, right? But if I see that my entry is in pound yen and it's a very early entry, and then I do my calculation and I see that, oh, okay, this one has to go a long distance, right? So I hold and then set my target and I hold it for the day, and then it will go to 100, 120 pip. So the bottom line was I was saying that, if this market, these charts, they tell you that where to start these levels, right? We are sitting above this level and we are just below this 1546. The market is going to open, and because of the residual effect of the NFP Friday, a very good number, very strong number, and USD start to get strong. So then you will go up again. We know that, right? But for how long is a question. So if USD is going to go to the upside, then obviously pound USD, euro USD, you can't go short. I mean, you can't go long on them, because if USD getting strong, they must be going down, right? So this map is the roadmap, just showing you from where to start and where to end the trade. But when to start is the question, and that comes from Fundi, right? After the Fundi, fundamental news is the one that tells you that when something can move, right? You probably heard the term that, oh, you're watching parent dry. Why watch parent dry? What the hell with that parent and drying, right? Just, if you know that there is no news for Euro USD, not for Euro and not for USD, for a couple of days, there is no news, then obviously the Euro USD is going to fall into ranging. It's not going to move because there is no funding. There is no Fundi, and without the force, the pair will not move. So, but the thing is that every single day you have something, some news schedule, and sometimes you don't, right? Yeah, the whole week, whole day is like all yellow news, right? Okay, that day you can sleep, you can rest, play golf or whatever, right? Or go boating or fishing. But most of the day, you will have something scheduled, red news I'm talking about, like pound or euro or USD or Aussie or yen or something, right? So those pairs will move, but not the other, most likely, right? Sometimes, when USD news comes out, everything moves, right? But sometimes, like nowadays, USD gets strong, Aussie gets weaker, right? Just the opposite. I don't know why, what's the relationship, but that is the relationship right now going on. I remember the time when USD and Frankie were just going opposite way all the time, all the time. So that happened, right? So Fundi tells you that when to move. Until you have a Fundi, and the effect sometimes it stays like for a couple of days, right? Like NFP Friday, it will definitely will have the effect today as well, right? So be very careful with that you don't go against the effect of the Fundi for those pairs like USD, Euro USD, Pound USD, Aussie getting strong. You don't go long on those, right? Even if you have the setup, then it's dangerous going against that. And after that, maybe there's another news coming in. I think we have FOMC now, right? So that can come up bad again, and then USD will drop again, just like what we are doing here, right? Then the pair flip. So after the FOMC, if it is bad, USD start to get weaker again. Then it's a different story. Then you flip these things, and then you start looking the other way. Then you can looking for Euro USD, Pound USD, long side. So this is a game that being played all day long, all week long, all life long, right? So this is what's happening in the market. So we have to be aware of this, what it is, and then not only stick to the technicals only, that okay, this thing is showing to the upside, so it must go to the upside. No, the next news is probably going to take it to the downside. Then what, right? So that's exactly what happened in my oil, right? And then was like I had this oil that is going to go up, but then I forgot to write down on that if it goes down, then what, right? And it went down, even though I had it that it's going to go to the upside. But when it went down, then I didn't just sit there and watching, right? So if you can see that when it was going down, I took the trade here, nice and clean, a beautiful trade. Actually, this is taken, it's like Omar, computer, that his account, right? So, but the thing is that opportunity is always there. If I say that this thing is gonna go up, right? And the news comes out and then that thing start to go down, then don't wait. If the news is the one, I'm not the one. I cannot move the market or any instrument, right? The news is going to move, right? And if the news comes out the other way, what can I do? So it is going to be just, the move is going to be the opposite, right? So if you have a good news, the USD is going to get strong, then Euro USD, Pound USD will drop, right? Similarly, I posted on that Telegram that this Euro yen and pound yen gonna drop because they're making that 20-minute setup. But the news came out, and then all of a sudden yen got weaker, right? So that those two pair, instead of dropping, they went up, right? And I also lost like 10 pip and 15 pip in consecutively in those two pairs. But then I recovered because after the news, they start to go up. And then I took the 7-minute long and I recovered that. You can quickly do that easily, but pay attention to the news. What is happening? What is not happening? What kind of news are we getting? All of that, very, very important to know, when you are trading, right? So just wanted to clear that, the trading, it's not about all technical or setup or EA that, okay, you just drop the EA and it's going to print money. That's not going to happen. We have to be aware of different things. The market is very, very dynamic and it changes all the time, right? And because of the fundies and news and this and that, so be aware of it. Volume, more volume, less volume, right? The slow time, fast time. It's a lot of different factors, right? So once but the key factors are that the charts, the technicals are roadmaps, and Fundi will decide when and where to move, right? When first, and then where means if it's positive for USD, it was positive, it went up, right? You can easily see the daily chart, daily candle. This is what the NFP candle, right? And if the negative, it would drop. Simple as that. So because the positive, it went up, USD got stronger, and then what happened to that? Because of that, we know exactly that this is what happened, right? So not this, but this. If USD gonna get strong, 4 pair will go down, these 3 pair will go up, and then we look for entries in that direction. If I made the chart before NFP and saying that these 4 pair will go up and these will go down, and then the news comes out better than expected, then just the opposite will happen. Right? And I don't have time immediately to make the new chart and then send out and all of the detail, because I have to just pay attention and then trade accordingly, right? So just remember that, if I give you a chart saying that this is what the borderline is, right now we have a borderline 1546. You see that we're just sitting there, 1522. Right now we know that the Friday was NFP, and then the effect of that NFP is still going to be there today, tomorrow, maybe. So it's going to go to the upside, and then these 4 pair will go down and these will go up. USD CAD will go up. USD yen definitely, because yen is weak. So USD getting strong, USD yen is going to go up. So now, after this all blah, 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 then now we're going to start doing. So you see the US dollar index getting strong, was getting strong on Friday, and I hope that it's going to do the same today. after market opens up and on Monday at least, and after that we'll see what happens, right? Monday, Tuesday, it will get a strong. So if it is getting a strong, what the heck is happening to the USD pair? So starting with the Euro USD. Euro USD, I had a bullish count, and you can see here, this is what the chart was, the last weekly chart, saying this. Now, we have two different patterns here. If this is ABC correction for wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, or wave A, and then ABC B, and then we're going to go for C to do the correction, ABC correction to this drop here, big drop, big impulse move, then, and then lower low. So this is going to be a correction. So this is A, or this whole thing, you can say A, and then we are putting up here B, and then going to go up for C. Now, the way it is going to go, we have to do a few things, apply a few studies. So what I have this harmonic pattern. For harmonic pattern, I draw the fib from the top from point B to here, point C, right? So you can see that we went up to 78%, then we drop here to 23% line, which is the golden line for me, right? Gold mine. And then it start to bounce. And that is just, from this and this, this is perfectly like a butterfly pattern calculation. 78, 23, it goes to 127. It usually goes to 127. It is a pattern that happened in the past. That doesn't mean that this will definitely happen, right? This is just an idea. Then the second idea is that if you pull the fib from here to here, then what do we see? We see again there's a bullish Gertley pattern was in place, and this is 61%, 23, 78, and then it reacted. It played out. It just started to play out. It is you can see that Gertley pattern was here, right? Not here. Here. This is called, harmonic pattern. That's X, A, B, C, and then D, and after that, it usually give us a bounce, right? And it did so far. But this black candle last Friday, NFP, and it's dropping. But it doesn't mean that it's going to drop all the way down. It may drop a little bit here. Now the key number to watch is 0761, right? So it may drop and then come down here, maybe this low here, right? And or to all the way to 0761, and then start to go up again for some reason, for FOMC maybe, or something is going to happen. Some other fundies are scheduled, and then if the news come out bad for USD, it will go to the upside, or good for euro. And now, right now, that there's election going on, right, in eurozone, so that can make the euro strong against USD, and then this will just turn and then go to the upside. So this could be like wave 1, 2, very small, wave 2, then wave 3, and this could be A, B, and C, and then it will go to the upside again, right? So we're going to keep an eye on that, but this is what's happening. This Gertley pattern played out nicely. We went from this number 0635 to 0879, but this, that this is a slow-mo. And for even a couple of hundred pip, it takes a week for this pair to come out, right? So it's very slow. And last week I had like 38, 39 trade, but there is no Euro USD there, right? So too many other things that move much, much better than this pair, right? But this is the most traded pair in the world, so I do my analysis anyway. But this is how it is. The longer time frame, you can see that monthly chart, Euro USD. This is what I'm still seeing here. That this is the TL coming down here, right? And after this, a big drop to this level here, and then it's like A, and then sideways B. This is expanded flat kind of thing, or it could turn into like a running flat for wave B, and then go up for this target here and hit the TL, and that would be probably C. But right now, NFP is just stopping the upside move, and we have to just see what happens when the market opens up. 0761 is the key number in Euro USD to watch. Right now, it is dropping, so we're going to look for short if you want to trade that. I don't. So now let's go take a look at the pound USD. Now, pound USD weekly chart was this. It was last week, last webinar, I showed you that it is hitting this sloping TL here, and chances are that it's going to drop, and it did after the NFP. right? But not much. You can see that, it's a small drop here on a weekly chart, right? Now, at the same time, you have to see that I made this chart back in April, right? And I said that this is very nice pattern here. And then this, again, my golden line is like 23% line, right? Fib from here to here, perfect count, 78%, then dropped to 23%. And I said, well, usually, most of the time, it bounced from here. And this is because of that. So based on that, what we did is that we start to bounce from there, and so far so good from that April, and then till now we went up very nicely. And then because of the NFP, we dropped last week. We ended up dropping a little bit, but we are sitting just above this 2709. Right now we are 2714. On a 40-minute chart, you can see that it barely came down. So that means that even NFP, it didn't come much down to the downside. So all in all, it is very strong and to the upside. So this could be the end of it, maybe 2709, or maybe the next number down. We just saw, what was that? Where'd it go? This 2679. So maybe we're gonna drop to 2679, and then if that number holds, then we can make the turn to the upside again. If not, then so keep an eye on this number 2709 and then 2679 to the downside. If we can hold above that, and some other fund D comes out and USD gets weaker, or pound gets strong, then we can make the turn and then go to the upside. This chart, this diagram, this analysis stays valid still, right? Unless FOMC also comes out very strong, and then USD will drop. I mean, this pair will drop because of the strength of USD. But for now, these are the numbers. Watch them very closely. So when the market opens up, you're going to see the reaction, and you're going to see that if the NFP effect is still there and USD continue getting strong, or for some reason it is stopping, and then make the turn to the downside again and start to get weaker, right? So the both scenario, the USD scenario and the chart that I gave you, bearish and bullish weekly chart, they're still the same, valid, and then we are in the middle, so we can go up or down as the news comes in. Friday, NFP strong, it went up. Let's see what happened, right? And this pair depend on that USD, of course, and of course, pound news, right? Now, as of pound news, if you look at where the heck is that for expected calendar? Pound news, we have this, when the market opens up, what do we have? We have here Euro, what's happening is election, right? That's why it says right here, Sunday, right now. And then bank holiday, Aussie, so forget about Aussie pairs. Or if anything, Aussie gonna get weaker. And again, Aussie has an inverse correlation right now with USD. So USD is getting strong after NFP. That's why Aussie will get weaker anyway. So Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie look for the long side only. Now, yen, and then we have China holiday as well. And then there's nothing until this is China, and I don't even cover China news, right? Forget about that. But then next day, Tuesday, we have pound payment count change, right? At 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. So obviously, you're going to pay attention to pound, and including pound USD. If USD NFP effect is stopped, and if this number come out good, then pound is going to get strong, then pound USD can resume the upside again, right? So that is what it is. Now, this it's a lot of news that it says here, and then we think that if the number comes bigger than that, than previous, then it's good for currency, right? But you have to see that what is this news, and then pay attention. Most of the time, you click here, and then you can read all about it, right? So actual less than forecast is good for currency. So this is just the opposite. It is not that if you see that they are showing from 8.9 to 10, right? And you think that, oh, it's the number is more positive, right? Bigger, that means it's a good for currency. No, it's not. It's just the opposite. This is unemployment. This the name of this is different there, right? Clement count and whatever, right? But basically, it is the employment number, right? So if the number unemployment, sorry, so if the number is higher, that means that more people are filing unemployment. So that's bad for currency, right? So the higher the number, the worse for the currency. So we have to see that, and then pound pairs will move, and then and then after that you have average earning index also here, points 5.7, 5.7. So and after that, then you have 1 o'clock is orange news, right? This is 10-year bond auction. This is the interest rate, about the interest rate, what the interest rate is going to be, or it will be affected because of this news. So keep an eye on these news times, and then these are the two news, right? So there is no Euro news here until unless that what we see right now is an election, right? There is no Aussie news. There is no yen news. It's just small this order, machine order here, and then this one PPI is yellow news, right? Not too much effect. So and then Wednesday comes again, then GDP for pound. So pound pairs are like have a lot of news. Then USD also 30, right? So when the news is scheduled, we look for that open the profile, open that same profile for that currency, right? If the pound news is coming, what do? We open the profile of pound profile, and then we look and says, okay, what's happening on a monthly chart? What is we expecting on a weekly chart? And what are the SLR level coming into play or right now in play, right? And then what our 40-minute chart saying. And then after the news, if you have a reversal candle here to the upside, that means it's going to the upside. Then we go to 7-minute and then 20-minute, watching those two charts for entry to the long side. This is the system. This is the step-by-step guide, right? And you do that, just that. And then again, like I said, that even all you do after that, the pair can go the opposite direction. After you make the entry, then some other news comes in and boom, it goes to negative, right? So like I said earlier, the money management is the key. Your 3 or 4 SL hits for the week, or even for the day. For example, you open 10 trades, you try 10 trades. Out of 10, 4 goes against you and it hits your SL. 24, even full amount of pippage, and then amount the SL, right? So our hard SL is always 25 pip. So 4 hit for 25 pip each is 100 pip. But like I said, that I showed you so many times that my trades at least 50 pip or more. So but the other 6 pair will go at an average of 70 pip, for example, right? Or even yeah, let's say, right? So you have for example the other 6 pair, right? Even 50 pip, let's say double 1-to-1 ratio, right? 25 pip hit, and then other 6 pair goes 50 pip each in profit. So how much is that? 6 times 5, 50 pip, right? So that's 300. And then 4 SL hit 25 pip each, that's 100 minus. Then you still have 200 pip at the end of the day in your back. You see that? Even 50 pip, positive 150 pip, but you hardly see my trades only for 50 pip. If you look at it, most of it, like this 75 USDN 75 pip, forget about this. I'm just going to show you. So like the forex pairs, very few forex pairs. For example, this is 75, and then this is 55. This is 125, right? So 110. Now you're talking about even 50% out of 10 trades. You have 5 trades like these and 5 SL hit for 25 pip. You do the math. If average is 100 pip profit in 5 trades of 500 against 125 pip SL hit, right? You always, if you're running a business, you always have see 200 pip. So your positive trade are like this, or your negative trade is only 25 pip. right? So even 50%, if your system is 50% positive, means it goes five trade goes out of 10, trade goes negative, five goes positive. But the one goes positive, do not go here, make the entry, and then close the trade here. Know your pair, learn your pair, and then whatever the pair you want, I'm doing the analysis, and because I'm a teacher and I teach, and then all kind of student out there, right? Some want to do this, some want to do that. So I have to cover everything. You don't have to. As a trader, you just select, like I always recommend, pound pairs and Euro Aussie maybe, and that's it. And even pound pair, pound CAD, pound Nuzi, pound franc, I don't even touch them nowadays. Three pair pound pairs like pound Aussie, pound yen, pound USD. They will give you enough movements, and then yen pairs, few yen pairs, few pound pairs, five or six pairs. That's it. Maybe gold, maybe S&P 500 or US 30, one of those indices, and become master of those things. Remember the numbers. What number is coming into play now? Where are we going? Like I just said, if you're gonna continue dropping, then this number is gonna try to stop it. 0761. It's not only me seeing this number, the whole world, all the traders, millions of traders are looking at this number, and then they are expecting the same, that maybe this thing is going to stop the move. And then when so many traders are thinking or doing the same thing or seeing the same thing, then surely it will stop here. That's how this SNR level work, right? So we're gonna pay attention to that. So money management and learning that how far each, like, so for example, this one, if I drop that daily range thingy here, where the heck is that? Oh, here, and you see the daily. Can you believe this thing? Every 60-day range is 55 pip. How pathetic it can get. 55 pip it move in a whole day. If you make an entry, if you find an entry after that, 25 pip already in the day, then you have a shot at 25 pip, 25 pip trade for the whole day. Do I really want to touch this pair? I don't. That's why I said, like, all those trades, I don't have a single trade Euro USD. This is why, right? And then similarly, if you look at the pound yen or pound Aussie, they have more than 100 pip, 120, 130, 40, 50 pip. So you have a big, chance to get a bigger trade. So once you learn and then you do your entry, for example, the day start from here, day ending from here, and the 150 pip from here to here. If your entry is from here, you can have 130 pip trade. But if your entry is here, you can only have 100 pip. And if your entry is here, you can only have 55, 60 pip. All depend on where the entry is. You determine the daily range for that pair, with the day starting and day ending, whatever is going to end, right? The amount of the daily range. Just mark that. Okay, so this would be the whole range. Where am I sitting? Where did I start? Here. Okay. How many pip here? Okay, so 120 pip. All right, so I'll take 100 and run. Yeah, something like that, right? Or if you're making this entry, then don't take that I'm gonna make 100 and run, because it's not gonna go there. It's gonna go up here and then boom, drop. After 100 pip, it will make the move. If the daily range is 100. So money management technique is very, very important. Right? That makes the difference between the losing and winning in this business. All right, so let's move on to see some other things. My apologies. Some people probably getting bored who knows all of that. They've been with me for years, but there are always some new people and they're confused. So I just had to. And it's a reminder. It's a revision for everybody as well, that you have to revise things time to time. Even I still have my real estate license, and every year we have to do the exam and pass the test, because the new things comes in, and it's kind of like a revision. That's it. You can't just get the license and it's good for rest of your life. No, you have to do the exam, and then pay, and do the, every year you have to renew it, and before you renew it, you have to do the exam. Simple as that. Okay, John, thank you, thank you. Yeah, if you like it, that's good. So, right, so very specific. These information that I'm giving you, I mean, just follow it and then see what happens, right? Step by step, step by step. Anyway, so this is Aussie dollar index, and then I was expecting that this is going to bounce from, if this is end wave two, ending wave two here, and then we're supposed to be going to the upside. So it started to move a little bit, and then again, like I said, that this is what happened. This is what I was talking about. That USD gets strong, Aussie gets weaker. Just the opposite. It goes the opposite direction nowadays. So more to come to the downside, and then these numbers will come to play, especially 4107. So pay attention to that. Maybe this move, because of the NFP, may not last, to be honest with you. Because the more and more that the real theme that I see is not good, it's negative for USD. Yes, just NFA came out very positive, but again, what if the other news that are scheduled for the rest of the week or the couple of weeks, they will start to come out negative again? Is it possible? Yes, 100%. So then it will make the turn again, and it'll start getting weak, and then this will start to get strong, right? So bottom line here is 4107, but right now as USD is getting strong, Aussie is getting weaker. If Aussie is getting weaker, then Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie can easily go to the upside. So quickly we go take a look at those two on the basis of this Aussie weakness and Euro election going on. So maybe Euro is gonna get strong. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it is. Now, this is the chart that I made, and then I marked that we're gonna bounce from here and then go to the upside. And last week candle is all golden, solid golden, right? No wick to the upside. So I strongly think that since after NFP, Aussie is getting weaker, and Euro election will probably help Euro somehow. So Euro is gonna get a strong, Aussie weak. We can go to the upside. And the next target, I would say the 65.94. Right now we are 64.15. We can go to this, and then again after that 65.94, 66. Then we can go to 68.62 towards that. Right. I like to wanted to see this thing to go down here somewhere 58.27 for wave two, but it kind of like you can see they went up, and then again very slow movement to the downside. But for now, the condition is after NFP, as we're getting weaker, election in Eurozone, we may go to the upside a little faster. So keep an eye on that. What we're gonna keep an eye on? Where we're sitting? We have to find the borderline, right? So 64.15 we are sitting, and see this big number here, 64.35. This is the key number, 64.35. Mark it on your 40-minute chart and watch it. So this is the one, right? And let's see. I'm just gonna remove everything and then redo it, right? I didn't get a chance to do it, to be honest with you. I was working on some EA and trying to, with Omar diligently for last few days. So didn't get a chance to redo it. I'm going to do it today, and then I'm going to start posting some charts on the Telegram. So please be connected, right? If you're not, then send your username so I can add you, right? Some of the people forget. But yeah, be connected and watch out for the chart that I'm going to be posting there. And these charts, whatever I post are very, very important. They show you the direction, and then solid, sometimes very good, huge trades. So don't just have them and then, forget about it. No, pay very, like attention, big attention to those charts. They are very good charts. So we are very close to this 64.35. And if we continue to go to the upside, then look for the long, because we're going to go long, right? Similarly, Pound Aussie did the same thing, and Pound Aussie went long. And I had a very nice trade on that. Now, 7-minute chart, what happened, Dan asked me that, his chart's a little different than mine. So in Omar's computer, the way we have it, the way he has it, right? He just opened the trade, sorry, the charts, put the EA, and then he forgets about that for the rest of the day. He do not refresh the charts every now and then. Now, what really happened when you refresh the chart? Right? We have number of bars in the indicator, right? So this indicator start doing the calculation from that number of bar, not from the whole data that the broker has, right? So if you have 3,000 or 4,000 bars, then it will start, high, low, and it's going to take all of those under consideration in the calculation. And that's why when it refresh, the chart looks a little bit different because now the calculation is happening differently. The regular candlestick formation, it doesn't matter what time frame you open and how often you open. The calculation, the number of bars are the same. Whatever the data that broker has, it calculate all that data, right? If you have like 500,000 candles, then yeah, indicator will always run through all those candles, right? We do not have an indicator saying that, okay, look only this far back. But in this, we say 4,000 or 5,000, or I'm using 3,000 max candle and you're using 10,000 or 50,000, then the chart will slightly be different. So don't get scared. The entries will be still there, right? For example, this was an entry, and that was my 7-minute entry, and then it went up, and from here to here, not here, I think from here actually. Yeah, and this was an entry. The Umar had trades 80-85 pip trade. It's from here to here all the way, and in between there was an entry as well. This one, nice entry, right? So pay attention to that. Aussie getting weaker? Yes, then Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie will go up and look for the entries. Right now it's extended. I didn't refresh it, but let me show you that, if there is a difference in 20-minute chart when you refresh, definitely. Oh man, come on, man. So 40-minute chart is the same, but the 20, see that? So this was a 7-minute chart entry. My entry was here. And the 20-minute chart, you can see this was the entry here, and then after that, it went up all the way, right? So from here to here was the trade for 80 pip, 85 pip, easy. But if you keep in mind that, remember those things that, if USD gets strong nowadays, Aussie gets weaker. So you automatically, if you see a long entry in Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie, take it. That's what's happening, right? USD getting strong, then these pair will definitely go up. Simple as that. What is happening on a weekly chart? This is the weekly chart. So this is, if you draw the fib from here to here, this is a perfect calculation, 61%. And then again, 23% line comes in play. How many charts I have shown you here, they are bouncing from 23% line and going very well. So learn and try to find these. Either it's a weekly chart or daily chart or 4-hour chart. You're going to have some awesome trades off of this 23% line, right? This pair moved from 8,900, right now 92, just because of bouncing from this line, right? So that's how it is. There is no SNR level or anything. It's just a fib line, 23%, and right off the back, it is start to bounce and then continue bouncing. So last chart I made that is going to go there to 78%. 61, 23, 78, that's a calculation for a Gertley pattern, right? And it is going for that on the basis of weakness in Aussie dollar, right? So let's see, let's hope that it continue. Last chart I made, I said that 92.21, pay attention that if you can stay above, go above and stay above, and that's exactly what happened. So we went above it and we are staying above it, and the last candle closed. Last week candle, you can see there's hardly a wick, not even a small one. It's a solid golden candle that shows the power or the strength of this pair, and it is going to go up, right? So long entry in pound, Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie this week, early, at least early in the week, right? So if USD makes the turn, Aussie will make the turn, and then we'll see what happened on Wednesday webinar. We will discuss that. Sorry about it, but yeah, I took a lot of time, but had to explain those things, right? So I may not be able to cover everything, but don't get worried. I will post some charts on the Telegram before midnight, so we will ready for tomorrow or London session. Now, yen index, let's take a look at the yen index because we have 7 yen pairs that get affected because of the yen index movement, right? The yen index is doing this, and I have this 4-hour chart basically. So watch this because it's all the way to the high. Now, in monthly chart, it's hitting this area, which that was my first target, 73.30. So we hit that and we are staying there. Now what, right? So where the heck we gonna go? What is gonna happen? Intervention is not coming in, and maybe now they're probably thinking again because USD got very very strong, and now USD yen have a very good chance of flying again. They don't want that to happen. They means Bank of Japan, right? So they did not do anything, any intervention or anything for last couple of weeks because USD was getting weaker. So USD yen didn't have enough chance to go above 60.40 area, right? So, but now that the USD is getting strong again, and if yen gets weaker, then we have a danger that we can go back to 60.40 and break it. So they might come in. I'm talking about the intervention by Bank of Japan. So they might be thinking now, right now, right? As I'm thinking. So so this is what's happening. And then on a 4-hour chart, because there is no use to look at the monthly chart or weekly chart, it's all time high. There is no level there. So 4-hour chart, this is what's happening. And my 33-minute chart, this is what's happening, right? I would say forget about that 4-hour chart. So pay attention. Right now, I'm gonna get the levels off of this chart. So I'm gonna prepare this for for levels, right? So we're dealing with these levels right now. So if you can see that, we went up there right now. See, I mean, not right now, but this one. So we made the high, this high, and then we went up again, and then try to break that high. Couldn't do it. Then came down, and then we see this high here, right? So we went below this, and then went up, and then see this low. So these are the highs and lows that we must use these because there is nothing else to use, right? So I'm going to prepare the chart and I'll post on the Telegram that this is what what is happening in the yen index, and this is what we're supposed to be doing in pairs. So for now, forget about the index because it's all-time high there, and then it was getting strong, and then intervention, and then again it started to get weaker, but it couldn't go higher high, right? It couldn't make the higher high so far. So Bank of Japan is holding tight. Now look at the yen pair, simple. So pound yen, for example, where it is. Last I saw was 61% on a monthly chart. It was sitting there, right? Is it there still? Let's go take a look. It is sitting there still, right? So 61% is 199.78. We closed 199.29. So we are below this. We tried 3 candles in a row, right? So this is the 3rd month right now. Last 2 months we hit this number that we're staying below. This is the 3rd month now that we hit that number and staying below, right? On the left, you can see that this is the low is 252 and a couple of 98, 62, 99, 72. So we are doing 99.29. So we are below this number here. So these are a couple of numbers here, and then this level. That is the one that we have to pay attention to. And based on obviously yen weakness, it will go up or down. But because of USD yen, let's go take a look at the USD yen, right? So the Bank of Japan concern is mostly USD yen. Okay. They don't care about the other pair, but USD yen should not go above or below certain levels, right? They have that in mind. 60.40 is the key number for them, the dangerous number for them, and they don't want that to that this pair will go to the upside. So they intervene when we last touched that 60.40. They came in, right, and they sent it down. Now it started to go up, but not going back to 60.40. Now we have a chance because of the USD strength after NFP we might be able to go again above that. So daily chart is this. Now today, daily chart, because see last week, this is a daily, so last Friday, this is a bullish candle for last Friday. So we went above this high, then came back and testing it. What is this high here? This high is 56.75. If you look at the 40-minute chart, it's 56.75, 56.77. So 56.75, let's say, let me just change it. 5 or 7 doesn't mean anything. You're right there, right? So you draw the fib from here to here. That this was a nice retracement for I think around like 78% retracement. Oh, the fib is already there. You see that? So it came exactly into this area, 61 and 78, and then it went up. The only problem I see is that from 78, we are going back to where? 23% line and posted a reversal. Very, very important level and very important number, and this 23% line right now, right? So we have to see that if we can stay below and then drop, which is very hard to understand right now because after the NFP, US is getting strong. So it dropped a little bit, got stopped here Friday, but when the market opens up, I sincerely think that it's going to go to the upside, right? And upside is again, this one, the next high would be this high here, right? So pay attention to this. USD yen, we're breaking this high, we're going for this. So 56.75, and next number would be 57.70. So 200 pip to the upside. Are you ready for that? Right? So that's the question. So find your entry, and that was a beautiful entry last week. This one and this one, right? So I don't even remember that if I took this one of these, right? But again, my EA, that it's to be honest with you, my EA is getting I'm getting bothered with that now. Becoming a headache. Why? Because it's opening so many trades, and it's more than I can chew. It's and it's good, right? More pippage, but then you can only work 8 to 10 hours a day, right? If you're working 24 hours a day, then what's going to happen? You're going to collapse, right? I cannot do that. So this is, it's opening too many trades, and all, mostly they're good trades. And I just have to reduce my amount of, pairs that I'm doing, or I'll probably give the indices to completely Omer and not touch that, even gold. Forget about it. And I'll just do a few pairs in USD because these EAs are giving me so many trades, and you saw it, and I made the video, right? So if you haven't seen it, then look, it's on my website. Now it's on my YouTube channel. On 38, 39 trade last week. 39. It's just too much. I can't handle it. I mean, I did it, but it hurt. It affected my health, and I don't want to lose health to money, right? We make money just to live our life in a good way and healthy way. Keep making money while draining yourself, and then so like somebody said, that we make money to live. We don't live to make money, right? So enough is enough. That's how it is. So USD yen, again, like I said, that this is what the monthly chart is. Looking at the monthly chart, 60-40 is nothing. We can go back to somewhere here easily, around 99 or maybe 100. That should not be a problem. But for Bank of Japan is a problem. They want to keep themselves into this area, the USD yen. So keep an eye. The bottom line again is that the bottom number is 52. The top number is 60-40. Right. So in between, we playing game. There is no level on a weekly chart or monthly chart in between. So we're gonna make. I'm gonna make this chart this week. Today actually, and post on the Telegram about these highs and lows. Right. So this high, this low, this low, this low, this high, and this high. So we gonna keep an eye on these levels, and then we play around these levels. Right now between this high and this low, and we are in between at this high. So let's see which one prevail. Obviously, right now is USD strong, yen weak. We're gonna go up. and we might end up going to the upside to 60-40 again. But also be aware of the intervention will come anytime. Right? The Bank of Japan do not want to see this pair to go to the upside. Oeda has a really, he's seeing some, dreams now, terrible dreams, right? Okay, now take a look at this other pair, and this is EJ. EJ is doing again the same thing as pound. All-time high. This is the number, and all-time high. We are doing that right now, right? So USD pound yen has no strong number, but it is a 61% retracement, and it's exactly sitting there. And this one is getting a stop because of this all-time high, 69.96, and we ended up last week 69.29. We hit that number, 96, and then start to drop. That is telling me that yen is probably going to get strong a little bit, right? And it may not get weaker, and then send pound yen and euro yen and USD yen to the downside, right? But like I said last week, I posted on the Telegram that they're gonna drop, but they went up. That happened all the time. That is like an expense of running a business, right? You're running a restaurant, you have $2,000 sale, but that is not the profit. The profit may be only $300, right? The rest goes back into the business, the rent, the payroll, and then electric, and then all of those expenses, right? Similarly, I just explained you earlier that if you open 10 trades with my system, according to the system, following by the rule, right? So even if you 50%, 50 trades means 5 out of 10, 5 goes against us and 5 goes in our direction, then 5 goes against. Even full SL hit is 125 pip lost. Don't get scared, because the other 5 pair, usually it is average is 100 pip. So that's 500 pip made. 500 minus 125, even 400, even 300, let's say, right? Even to, let's say, forget about 100, only 50 pip each trade, positive, right? Trade, right? Which definitely is a lower number. My trades are much bigger than that, right? So even if you count from 50 pip, that's 250 made, 125 lost. So you end up the day with 125 pip. So making 100 pip a day is just a piece of cake with the system if you follow and apply the rules and follow the system, right? By the rule, play by the rule. If you break the rules, then this market will break your bank account. As simple as that, right? So we covered. Okay, let me just cover the gold, and then we will close, right? And because I'm very tired, and then like I said, that I have to redo most of the charts, and then simply I will post on the Telegram. Now, gold chart. It's too many charts. I made the gold video. You can watch. The target is to the upside, but what is currently happening is the key. Now, gold chart, when I made this chart here, right, then on my video, I got a comment, no, this is not B, this is wave 1, and then we bottom for wave 2, and we gotta go, and even the Light Finance, that broker, that Elliott Wave analyst there, he was also saying that I saw his count, and he was counting this wave 1, and this is wave 2, followed by wave 3 to the upside. And I said, no, this is not 1, 2. This is A, B, and C, expanded flat and all of that. I explained you guys that, right? So we're supposed to be coming below A for wave C, and that would be wave 4, because this is counting this wave 4 is not right, because wave 2 is bigger than that, right? More in time, if not the price, right? So it spent a lot of time in wave 2, then this cannot be wave 4. Wave 4 has to be more than that, like from here to here. So we have this, and we're probably gonna end up here somewhere. So you can say, yeah, this distance looks good for wave 4, right? So we powerfully coming to the not this one. You can see here that's what's happening right now, right? So we came powerful, and then this candle is showing that it's gonna go even more further to the downside. This is the low, and it's going to take that out. We have a channel to break, and if we break that, we can go down here, right? So that would be A, B, and C ending wave 4. And then for some reason, that's what I'm saying. That, like I said before, USD may turn again, right? So right now, after NFP is getting strong, but wait until this week news breaks out, and then we may find the USD on the back foot again. And then this will turn again for wave 5 to the upside, and that would be ending of wave 3. This is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue count, and this is wave 3. Wave 1 and 2 are these. Wave 1, 2, and then wave 3 will be here. Out of that, we have 1, 2, 3 is underway. Well, 3 is done. 1 is done, 2 is done, 3 is done, and then this 4 is underway. And after 4, we're going to go for wave 5, blue count I'm talking about. And that will end wave 3, the black count. Then we're going to drop for wave 4. Then we're going to go up for wave 5. That's how it is, right? So for some people, it looks difficult, but the problem is that that's what it is. If you want to do this business, if you want to make some money, then you must learn, right? And I'm going to just give an analogy that even if you buy a Lamborghini, I don't care, right, a Rolls Royce or whatever, right? But if you don't have a license, you can't drive, right? Even if there is no policeman to catch you, but if you don't have a license, means you don't know, you have not you, but let's say me, right? If I don't have a license, I never sat behind this steering wheel, and how the heck I'm gonna drive? Either it's gonna Lamborghini or Rolls Royce, I don't care. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to do it. Your kid grows up, and then like 16-year-old, 15, 16-year-olds, they want to drive. Then you don't give them the kid. Oh yeah, here you go and drive no problem. It's a very good car. Then it will be easy to drive. No, the very good car, Lamborghini, is very hard to drive. You must learn. You must get an authority to drive. You must get your license to drive. That's how this business is. We take it very lightly. Everybody think that yeah, if you learn the pressing buy button, sell button, and then the money will be made. No, it's not gonna happen. You must get the license. You need to learn this business, what is really happening here, and then play accordingly. That's why I have, after learning all of that time, I said, people need to learn, and that's why I have this one-on-one course and all of that, and then start these webinars just to teach people that learn what you're doing first, and then even a computer, right? If you have the best computer, and then a person doesn't know how to run or how to use Quicken or Excel, you can't do it. You need to learn. It's a very good computer, very good program, but a person doesn't know how to use Excel sheet, then he doesn't. That's it. Simple. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes. That's what the people are doing here in forex trading or trading overall, right? So, like I said, I tried to explain a little bit, right? So, when to trade, how to trade, where to go, and how, from where we start, where to end up, and each and every instrument, how they behave. S&P 500, how the heck it move and why it move, and how much it move, right? US 30 is different than why it's moving differently. All of these things you need to learn. If whatever you decide to trade gold, then what USD strength, how it affects gold. You just saw yourself, right? USD got strong, US gold dropping, right? But we know that it's wave 4, right? So wave 5 is going to be coming to the upside. That means sooner or later USD is going to get weaker again, right? So they explain each other. Pairs and indexes. One pair explains the other. The other pair will explain the other. So you put them together. You learn a little bit about this pair, a little bit about that, like gold and then the stocks and all of that, and then you say, all right, if this pair is going up and this pair is going up, then this pair should be going down. So they explain, they guide you through that. But we must learn the business, that what really happened in these trading day by day. what affect the market and how it affects the market. Okay. So I think that I'll close it today, and then I'll look into more setup and all of that, make new charts, and like for example this one, I'll redo it, and then I'll post on the Telegram, right? More and more, I'll start to post the charts on a Telegram because they come in differently. And making like 30 pairs and all the indices and then gold and every single thing in one day is becoming very hard, and my whole weekend goes down to 10 because of that. So that's what I decided, that what I'll do is that whenever I find something good, a nice setup, I will add in a folder, but I will not send out the folder, but I will post that chart on the Telegram. So take it from there, and every week I'll send the chart, that folder, whatever I have in that folder, right? Whatever I save, 5 pairs, 10 pairs, whatever I have, I send out that folder, and they may not have every single thing, but whatever I post on the Telegram, it's the collection of that, and then you will have that folder and their templates as well, right? So that will make my life easy, and then you will have your pairs right on time on the Telegram, right? Not like if I give you now and then you don't get anything for next day or two. And if there is a good setup, I'll make the chart again, and then I post on the Telegram. So you need to know, or need to be current with the setup. Whatever the good setup is coming in, you have to know so that you can trade, right? So when I see something, whenever I see, I'll immediately make the chart and post on the Telegram so you can take advantage of that. And like I said, that at the end of the week, I'll send out the folder, whatever I have. It doesn't matter that, if I have 20 pairs or not. Even if I have 4 or 5 setup, or 4 or 5 pairs, and their weekly chart, I'll just send out. I'll tell them what to just send out, right? So get those charts and keep them. A weekly chart usually good for 2 or sometimes 3 week or 4 week, right? So don't have to worry about it, that if I don't send those weekly charts every single week, right? After the weekly chart means that just only one more candle after the whole week. So chart doesn't, change much in couple of weeks. It's only 2 more candles, right? So yeah, but it tells you the story that what is happening, what is the trend, up or down. So yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. So it's 5:13 now. I'm gonna close it, send out the recording, so make some more charts, and I will post on the Telegram. And then I'm planning to make another video from A to Z, how to start, what to look for, and how to trade between 40-minute and 20-minute chart for you guys, for subscribers only. I'll make that video and post on the Telegram, right? Because I have some new people asking questions. So it is, and my old videos are all scattered here, there. So I don't know where they are, but I'm going to make a new video again. It will be good for everyone, right? How to, do the analysis on a weekly chart, how to look at it, and then how to trade from there, from 40 to 20, right? 40-minute chart, what to look for in 40, and then how to take the trade from 7 and 20. Okay, so hopefully I'll make that video as well today and post on the Telegram. Okay, so any question? Well, where's the chat, man? What's up? Okay, all right. Can you send me the setting for EA on 7? Okay, Danny. Okay, can you please email me? Email me, and I will do it, right? Okay. Yeah, because by the time I finish recording this and that, I'll forget. Right. So if you send whatever you need, just send me the email, right? And I'll immediately give you whatever you need. Even if not, then Omar will. I tell Omar that pay attention to emails and send out whatever, and somebody needs something, so he take care of that. So that way you will definitely get it. Me, I'm getting old, man. So forget, forget. And I have so many things in mind, right? I'm doing this, but I have it's like 10 other things. I didn't even cover the indices here, right? So I have to look at those charts and then see what's happening there, what not, and yeah. So I'm gonna convert the recording and send out, and we take it from there, right? So good luck, new week, and let's do it.